It's April 4th, 1973, and this time, things will be different. Hi! Welcome to Ladies of Darkness. It's a World of Darkness podcast where we play through the various World of Darkness games. I'm your DM and, beautiful lady friend, Kat. You guys want to introduce yourselves? And when you do that, I guess introduce your characters as well.
Okay. Should I go? I'll go.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
I'm Tamara. I will be playing Valwell, who is a cryptic fiend, I guess. Is that the way to introduce them?
I mean, I guess you could say really in any order.
Yeah. Is there anything else I should include, like, about the character? Should I just let it happen?
I don't know. It depends on what do you want to do.
I don't know. My human host is a musician, so she likes music a lot. Anyway, that's everything about them, I think.
All right. Sophia, why don't you go?
All right, nice. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm the youngest. Rin was lying. I'm the most beautiful and fantastic.
Untrue.
No.
Untrue,
no.
it's me. Untrue, it's me.
No. So my character is Arakil. They are a very, very sad, crying angel. They're like the weeping angels, except not threatening. The only similarity is that they're crying and... Okay, fuck.
It's just like the weeping angels, but sad. But just sad.
Actually sad.
Like the weeping angels, but actually sad. And not made of stone.
Okay.
Arakil is soft and supple and ready to have a good time.
Okay, Steph?
I'm Steph. I'm playing as Charlie, who is a high school dropout who has a weird kind of broken demon named Vakiel, who is a fire demon that is kind of out of control. That's basically it.
Awesome. Sounds fun.
All right.
I like fire.
All right.
Fire is
So,
good. Fire
I
is
guess,
warm.
let's start this motherfucking game.
Let's
do
it!
Let's do it!
Language.
Oh,
This
gosh.
is a children's
You're right.
podcast
There's...
Yes.
about demons.
Oh my god.
Frick.
Yeah, you're right. I should be nice and not say any bad, dirty words because there's a baby in the room.
Fuck off.
It's Sophia.
Fuck off. You just don't understand me, Dad.
Okay. Well, Arakiel, you're tending to your garden when there's a calling for you. It's your true name. You know, that dirt sound?
Yes.
That gravelly dirt sound, and you can tell who's calling it. It's Haniel?
Arakil screams. But, like, a little bit. So it's like... Like, you know, it's that scared noise. And, they, like, drop whatever tools they're... I'm gonna say they have, like, that little shovel thing. They drop the little shovel thing.
The mini shovel?
Yeah, the mini shovel, the
trowel.
trowel.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the word.
Mini shovel.
They drop their tiny shovel and their tiny plastic shovel, and they're just like sitting there for a second, like.
Are they gardening in a sandbox? Why is it plastic?
Look, even angels gotta have their fun.
Okay.
This is the demonic
Hello.
playground. No, they're using.
Hello.
They're in an actual garden.
Can I get to the other characters? Jeez.
Fuck, sorry, okay. And then they, like, stop for a second, they're like, I don't want to go, but I think I have to because Haniel is immeasurably stronger than me, and I don't want to get beat up. And so Arakil, like, comes out, but, like, really slowly, and, like, kind of hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Valoel, you're at your day job, and suddenly you hear the sound of your true name being called, and it's beckoning you to a location.
Okay. Well, I immediately just leave my job because I don't really get jobs. Like, I don't know. It's not my thing. They don't allow me sufficient flexibility to do what I like. So I'm leaving immediately.
Bye. Just, Charlie, something burns in your brain with an itching intensity, and it's dragging you to Georgia.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a park bench somewhere in upstate New York, and I just kind of drop my cigarette on the ground, stomp it, and start walking. Just start walking.
Are we really starting with the demons went down to Georgia?
Yes. That is exactly what is happening right now.
Shit, I gotta grab my mandolin.
Wait, I have like, oh god, I have like a little accordion. It's a concertina.
Ooh.
One day we'll have like a little get together, and we'll have a jam sesh of just The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Maybe that can be the theme song.
Okay,
That
all
should
right.
be the theme
The Devil
song.
Went Down to Georgia. We definitely have the copyrights for that.
Yeah, we definitely have the copyrights for The Devil Went Down to Georgia. I'll just hit the guys.
Yeah, just call them up
like,
and just be like, hey, can we just like use this for real quick?
Can we just use your stuff? Thanks. You all arrive in the suburbs of Augusta, Georgia. The lot of you kind of converge on this single house. It is a pastel green with white trim, and the mailbox has a huge, in capital letters, Hardy!
Oh, that's charming.
Yeah, it's very charming. Also, a lot of these houses look like this, just maybe not the same color. It's all like the same shape.
So they all have Hardy on them?
No, they do not have Hardy on the mailbox.
When they have neighborhood barbecues, is it called a Hardy party?
No, it's only at this house. It's
Okay.
only at this house.
This is
that
the
they have
Hardy Party
parties.
Center.
Yes. There's a man sitting on the porch. He's got a tie on. He looks exhausted, like he's been sitting there for quite some time. He's somewhat handsome, perhaps maybe like in his early 30s, clean-shaven, dark hair, pale skin, eyes of a somewhat brick color, and his expression is that of someone who knows that they are wasting their time.
Oh, great.
And when he sees all of you, he gets up and kind of like motions you over.
Well, I'm gonna walk over.
So I'm just kind of in a daze, and I look up and I'm like, where the hell am I?
Do we know? Can we tell it's in Georgia?
Wait, I hitchhiked
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
What am I doing here? Who are you people?
Well, I kind of just felt the pull and followed it because I have nothing better to do. Oh, I'm Valuel. Sorry.
It's a funky name. I'm Charlene. You can call me
Funky
Charlie.
name?
Great. Nice to meet you, I guess.
Arakiel is like holding themselves and just looking at the ground and trying very hard to look invisible.
Yeah, the man at the door is waiting kind of impatiently.
Oh, Arakiel like takes a second, like, oh, and then like scoots over.
Yeah, Valuel follows.
When you all arrive at the door, he just goes, "The kid won't let me in unless it's all of us, so guess we'll knock on the door now."
Anybody got any Tylenol or anything? Something. My head
He
feels
like
it's on
searches
fire.
around. He goes like around his pockets of like his suit jacket pockets, and he pulls out a bottle and hands it to you.
Okay, I take a couple.
Okay.
Popping pills.
Never had a headache like this.
So he knocks on the door, and the door is opened by a lanky young man in his late teens. He has kind of messy light brown hair and tanned skin. His facial hair hasn't quite burst through his face in the way that he is intended. But he does have a hint of stubble. When he sees Charlie in the group, he's like, was slouching, but then he kind of changes his stance to something like more upright, and his like chest is puffed out, and he's like, y'all must be here for Mama. You're her, looks you guys over. Work friend?
Wait, when he looks at me?
He looks at all of you
but
guys.
he like straightens
like,
up and he looks at me
it.
like I'm hot or something.
Yeah.
I'm a homeless girl.
It does. Hey, listen, you're a girl.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair,
This
Arakiel
boy?
is also covered in mud and dirt. That's just their way.
The way.
Paula does not care.
Yeah, pretty much all of you look like bums except for this guy in this nice suit.
I'm still wearing my work uniform.
You're wearing like a McDonald's uniform?
Yeah.
We got 2 bums and someone who sprinted here from McDonald's. Real nice.
But he looks over you guys like one more time, and then he yells to the back of the house, "Mama!" And he walks into the house, but leaves the door open for you to enter. The man in the suit kind of takes one big step inside and kind of waits for the rest of you guys to follow.
I go into the house, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that
Yeah.
you all go in the
Yeah,
house.
okay.
The steps are not that far from the doorway. There's a living room area that's also been decorated in pastels and a kitchen connecting to it. From the kitchen pops out a beautiful woman who looks a great deal like her son. Same brown hair, same tan skin, but her eyes aren't as dark. She's got like a beauty mark above her lips that looks like it was put there intentionally. Like through makeup.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she glides in, her mom jeans revealing themselves as she does so.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, welcome! I've made finger sandwiches and cherry Kool-Aid. She looks at her son and, like, strokes the back of his head. Richie, darling, don't you have some studying to do? And then she looks back at you and she goes, he's got his SATs coming up.
Do I, know you?
Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm just gonna deal with this real quick. You just, y'all pop a seat on the couch, okay? Okay, alright. And, Richie kind of, like, rolls his eyes and he just goes, yeah, I'm sure the reason you want me out of the room has nothing to do with this nefarious cult you're making and everything to do with my grades. And she's like, ah, you're such a charmer. Please go upstairs. And then he, with his mother's, very insistent, pushiness, I guess, takes his leave upstairs. And she goes, he's so smart, perhaps a little bit too smart for his own good sometimes. I get worried, you know. The person that you can only assume is Miss Hardy, puts her finger on her chin and, like, taps lightly. Anyways, sit down and have a good time. She leaves the room and then comes back with, like, a tray of these finger foods and a big pitcher of red Kool-Aid.
Ooh, classy.
Lovely.
Yeah, she sits down in, like, a love seat that's kind of, like, adjacent to the couch. All right, so I'm Haniel. I've been living in this host body for around a few years now, so in front of the other humans, I'd really prefer if you use the name Cynthia.
So, like, I'm trying to act aloof and, like, I don't want to stuff my face because I'm starving, but I just kind of start shoveling these finger foods in my mouth. And when she says human name, I'm like, come again?
Oh, you know, we've all got our demon names and our human identities, and she uses, like, quotation fingers.
I cast a worried glance around the room.
Yeah, this guy in this tie doesn't seem surprised at all. He's just got a very cool expression on.
Oh, sorry, was I supposed to be presenting as a human? Oh, whoops. My human name is Janina, but I'm more commonly referred to as Valuel.
I'm pretty sure I'm a human.
Of course you are.
Maybe I walked into the wrong... I have to go. And I, like, stand up and start,
Okay.
like, headed towards the door.
When you stand up and start heading out, she goes, sit down. And you feel unreasonably obligated to obey.
What? And I, like, slowly turn and sit.
Oh no, you're a special case, aren't you? Hoo-wee. All right. Well, what is your name, darling?
Charlie?
Well, Charlie, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I only call demons here, so you must have a demon up inside you.
Surprise.
It's a hard adjustment.
It's a bit of a shock.
Wait a minute. I don't believe in demons.
Believe in them or not, honey, you're one. Or, you know, not necessarily you're one, but you got
This is some
one.
kooky cult shit, and I would rather feel more comfortable if you'd let me leave now. I don't know why I can't.
She goes,
Can't stand up now.
she like, picks a candle off of gets up, picks a candle off of, like, this dresser that she has, and she goes, light this for me, will ya?
I, like, pull my lighter out of my pocket.
No. Don't use that.
I don't understand. I just light it, like, what am I supposed to... And then it, like, flashes light.
Mm-hmm.
Again, surprise.
I don't know what just happened.
This is kind of disappointing, I must say. And she, like, blows out the candle. I was really hoping for the Vakiel I knew. But, c'est la vie, as the French say. La vie. That's a little human joke.
Look, I'm leaving. I don't know what this is about, but I'm leaving.
No, I don't think you
You can't
should.
keep me here. I don't even know you. Look, I like, my eyes set on fire.
Oh, classic eyes on fire. I remember the first time that happened in my mortal body. I nearly set the house on fire. Listen. Don't be so overdramatic.
I, like, grab her by the chest and pull her in.
She looks, like, so unimpressed, like,
I don't think we
Listen.
need a devil fight.
Can everyone
Listen,
please
No
just
just
one
calm down?
controls me! And I, like, flash a fire up through her fireplace and it starts spreading out of the fireplace.
Arakiel starts crying.
She like waves a hand and it goes back into the fireplace.
I drop her and
And she
start
says,
walking out.
Oh, my. I don't really want to have to do this. But you're really gonna I feel like she's gonna make me. Don't y'all? I mean, I'm just trying to be a nice and gracious host. She ate all my finger sandwiches.
I don't care. I just... this is boring.
I'm sorry.
And,
It's not your fault. Why are you crying?
I don't know.
Flames are licking the sides of the walls as I march out of their house.
I'm glad to know we're all competent.
yeah. You get about halfway down the driveway when you hear a voice in your head just very calmly say, Now, what would Lucifer think? This is embarrassing. Get back in the house.
I, like, stop And then I turn and I just say out loud, "You are not Lucifer."
No, but I am trying to help find him. And I'm trying to get a low profile for all of us in the meantime. Hear me out before you go off on a tangent, why don't you?
So as I'm starting to calm down, Vacuole just disappears, and it's back to Charlie again, and she's just as confused as before. Wait, I'm out. How? And, like, her head is burning. And she just kind of falls onto her knees on the sidewalk.
Wait, are we, like, watching this, or are we still in the...
We're still in the living
this
room, right?
Yeah, the living room has, like, a window to the front yard.
Okay. So we're watching.
So you can probably see this from the window, and Cynthia taps on the window and says, "Come inside, darling. You look like it's hot outside. You might want to..."
I guess I just kind of stand up and trudge inside and then, like, collapse on a couch and put my face in my hands. Why does it hurt so much?
Vacuole, like, leans over and kind of, like, dries a few of the tears on their face. It's like, if you need any help, you probably wouldn't, but I know first aid if that would help with anything.
My head just burns.
Honeywell sits back down on the couch and she says, "Now for the reason why we're really here. Okay. So, the last 2 months, I've been sensing something was off. Like, there were more demons in the area, but there weren't. And then, I didn't sense anything. Their presence vanished. More recently, a trusted contact of mine has informed me of an outbreak of an unusual earthbound in the area, all over Georgia.
Oh.
Now, I can't go out and investigate myself. I have a husband and 2 children to take care of. But that's why I've called you. Now, I'm not gonna leave you without any information or preparation. Don't worry. I would like you all to follow me."
Vacuole kind of, like, leans over to Charlie again and is like, "Are you okay to walk?"
I guess. Okay, so... if I just throw out my own common sense and accept all of this going on, I have some kind of demon in me, and you want me to go find more demons.
Well, they're not really demons. They're more like demons trapped inside objects.
Okay.
So they're not like you or me. They're worse.
Oh, good.
So there's something inside me I can't control. Your house looks all on fire and burned. And I don't remember doing that. And you think it's safe for me to just go out there and hunt more people like me? Or, I guess, bookshelves and garbage with demons in them?
I'm telling you right now, if you don't, life is going to be a little bit harder for you. I mean, if people find out what you are, you think it's going to be easy? You're going to have exorcists knocking up and down your door. Well, I guess you don't have a door, but that'll actually make it worse, I think.
Great.
Well, I don't have a choice then, do I?
Nope. Now, come on, everybody, let's go. And she walks over to the door and she yells upstairs, "Richie! What? Richie! What? Calm down so I don't have to yell at you." And there's a loud sigh and a thud, and Richie kind of like trudges downstairs. "I'm going out with my associates. I'll be home before dinner. Look after your sister while I'm gone and call 911 for that fire, please." And he like glances in the living room and he's like, "Holy shit!" Hey, language, okay? This is God's house. And she like winks at the group. She does like a wink at the group.
Charlie's horrified by it.
Vala just shakes their head.
Arakiel blinks.
With that, she, like, exits the house, and she, like, you guys, like, follow her into the driveway, and she goes, I'll drive. You lot can get in my car or follow in. Oh, I'm sorry, Samael. I didn't catch your mortal name. Dorian. Y'all can go in Dorian's car if you want.
I don't really mind.
I don't
Whichever.
care.
For reference, Cynthia has a shitty fucking, denim-colored gremlin, and Dorian's car is a far nicer black Pontiac.
I'll just go with him, I suppose.
If you don't want to be alone, I can go with you.
It don't matter to me any which way, hon.
Okay. Getting far away from you.
Arakiel, like, slowly inches over to the Pontiac.
Okay, so you all drive in the very nice Pontiac following this garbage car, and after a short drive, you arrive at a worn-down looking apartment complex. Haniel leads you up the stairs to the 6th floor, 6 rooms down and to the right.
Oh my god.
She...
There are 6 rooms in the apartment.
That would be absurd. That would be so many rooms. But she knocks on the door 3 times and is answered by a young woman wearing a waitress uniform. Wow, that was really funny. What a great time. I'm going to interrupt this great time to tell you about our social media accounts. So that way you can interact with us and have a great time even when you're not listening to our great, amazing show. Oh my god. We have a Twitter with the funniest username in the world. It's Lodwod. That's LODWOD. You can tweet at us. You can tell us what you think of the show. Tentatively, maybe we'll use, like, a hashtag Lodcast. I don't know if that's already taken. I'm not professional enough to look it up right now. Fuck it. If it's already taken, they can move. Also, if it's already taken and you were the person who took the Lodcast hashtag and also the Lodcast username, fuck you. Fuck you. You can also go over to our Tumblr, which has all of these character bios, NPC bios. It's got character art on there. I've got links to multiple social media accounts for all of us individually. And that's where I'll be posting all of the episodes as well. So you can go there. It is ladiesofdarkness.tumblr.com. Very easy to remember because it's just the name of the show. And that's the simplest way to go. It's just the name of the show. But sometimes you can't. Because it's already taken. As you might have probably guessed, this section of the show is for ad revenue. Wow! And if you're interested in that kind of opportunity in your life, you need to message us. You need to message me at our email, which is ladieswad at gmail.com. That's ladies, WOD, at gmail.com. The word wad is just super funny to me. It's because I am a child. It's because I am 5 years old. And so things like that are just really genuinely hilarious to me. If you like the show and you like our cast members, specifically the fact that they are all queer women, You might also enjoy Tamara's podcast. She plays Valuel on the show. In case you didn't know, her podcast is called Live from the Closet, and it talks about a variety of queer issues. From what I understand is literally her closet, and you don't have to take my word for it, though, because she recorded a commercial for herself.
Hi, I'm Tamara, and I run Live from the Closet, a podcast by and for LGBT young adults. It features me and my roommates having a casual discussion about life in my closet. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts or go to closetpodcast.tumblr.com.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna start up again.
Okay.
If I can fucking find it.
Yeah, I just realized... Oh, no, wait, I forgot. My dice are in the Penguins of Madagascar cup.
Well,
Is the Penguins of Madagascar cup with you?
Yes, it's right next to my microphone.
Okay.
They're just looking at me.
the penguins.
Yes!
Judgingly.
No, it's like a smoldering, sexy kind of gaze.
Oh.
Gross?
I'm gonna shame you just like a little bit. Like,
Look, my favorite video game is Hatful Boyfriend. Rin, you have known for a while that I fuck birds. This is
I
not
didn't know
news.
to this extent. I didn't know to this extent, and I'm disappointed. Anyway, let's start again.
okay.
The door is answered by a young woman in a waitress uniform, and she has dark brown skin, black hair, and cherry red lipstick on. She, similarly to Cynthia, has a beauty mark above her lip, but this one looks real. Her eyes are an ash gray, and she looks back into the apartment before looking at you all. She's working right now. Is this them? And Cynthia nods. Oh, well, come in. I just finished making an apple pie. My name's Doris. Lila if you're biblical. Miss Delight if you're nasty. She walks in to reveal a fairly small apartment. There's another woman inside who doesn't even acknowledge you when you enter. She is merely tinkering with some mechanical items you've never seen before. She's at a table with tons of tools laying atop a map of the state with several red X's marked on there. At this point, there's 4. There's also on the table is an entirely empty pizza box. On the floor is a steel vacuum that's next to an even larger steel bin with a tiny window on it. On the other side of the room, there's a mattress lying on the ground in front of 2 TVs stacked on top of each other. The bottom one is off, and it has wires hanging out of the back. The top one, however, is on, and Hollywood Squares is playing.
I like that show. It's entertaining.
I love that show. It's my favorite show.
Are we going to
I love
ignore
it.
the fact that all of this is crazy? Okay, so there's... Hi, I'm Charlie. What are you doing? What is this map? Why am I here?
Valuel goes over to the map because maps are cool.
Cynthia says, "This over here is Archmage Amanita. She'll be helping you track these earthbound and ensuring they don't break free and contain them, I hope." And this Archmage Amanita doesn't even turn around until you, get to her desk, and then she, kind of, shoulders you away a little bit. She does, however, speak up, and she says, "You can call me Nina. Archmage Amanita is my father."
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm called Valuel. I guess if you have to refer to me in polite company, that would be Janina.
She sets her gadget down on the table and kind of, looks up at you. She's got long, a long mess of curls that are like dark and thick. There's like a little mole on her nose and like rather large glasses. But she's wearing, her skin is like a darker brown than Cynthia's, but not necessarily as dark as Doris's. She's got high-waisted jeans on and a bright blue collared shirt. Her like bright golden eyes sweep over from Valoel and kind of like gaze over all of you, and they land on Dorian, and she goes, "Oh my god!" And she like gets up from her chair. "You're the clever detective. You're Dorian Sato. Can I have your autograph? Oh my gosh. I had such a crush on you when I was a kid. I mean, like, it was you then, and then, like, after that was Sulu. Oh my god, but I love the show. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even think they should have canceled it just because you were growing up. I mean, pero, like, I guess British TV is just, like, weird like that. My family had the television, like, hooked up magically so we could watch channels in other countries. Like, Doctor Who cares? I was a CD girl until the end. And, like, she's, like, going on this tangent about this show. And Dorian endures this rant somewhat begrudgingly before speaking. And he says, "Well, technically, I'm not the clever detective. That's the real Dorian, Miss Amanita." And she just freaks out as soon as he said, she goes, "Ah! Miss Amanita! Galingo!" And she, like, bounces on her toes a little bit. And she goes, okay, I'm cool. She takes a deep breath, but still kind of, like, giggles as she looks back at Dorian. And she goes, "Okay, I'm good now? I'm good now. Okay. So, there have been really weird shit going on all around the state." And she points to some marks that are on the map. And these are the first 4 that we have identified that definitely have some kind of demon presence there. So, that is, like, the first place that we are looking. It's in, there's one in Berkeley. There's one in Jacksonville, there's one in Savannah, and there's one in DuPont. And,
It sounds like an awful lot of travel.
That does.
And Arakiel, like, pulls out a really, like, gross wallet. Like, it's dirty. Like, there's mud on it. And they, like, open it up, and they're like, "I have 20 cents left and 3 little pieces of lint."
They watch this sad display.
"Oh, this is where I put the sunflower seeds," and, like, they pick one up and, like, they just eat it, and then they put the wallet back.
Yeah, Nina's like, "Oi. Okay. Well, I'm sure Cynthia," and she, like, looks at Hanael, and she goes, "We'll probably cover for that. Alright?"
I don't want to be a
And
bother.
she goes, "It's not a problem. I don't mind." Okay, so I guess she'll be the one in charge. Like, I don't got that much money either, so I can't, like, spot you.
No, I wouldn't ask for that. Are you sure it's okay? I wouldn't want to inconvenience you, and then, like, Arakiel, like, is tearing up.
No, it's not a problem. Stop crying.
Well, that's great.
I can't stop.
I'm being
It's already
commandeered
begun.
into demon hunting service, but at least the transportation is free.
Now you're looking at the bright side.
Will anyone actually tell me what the hell is going on here?
Well, I hope that recovering these lost souls will make them useful in the war against heaven. But if not, well, they need to be stopped because I'm afraid they'll cause too much attention and eventually expose us all. Now, I don't know the science of it, but apparently Nina here's got some real good stuff that she's gonna use. You guys are gonna use it to trap these guys.
That sounds useful.
Okay. I have nothing
Thank you,
much
Nina.
else to do, and traveling will at least let me play in more places.
If that's what everyone needs, then okay.
Sure. Got nothing else on my schedule to do other than literally declare war on heaven. I was raised in a Christian household, you know.
Weren't we all? Am I right? And she, looks around the room.
No, I was raised atheist.
Actually, my host is Jewish. Was Jewish.
I meant the fact that we're all demons.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I get the joke.
Yeah, it was a little joke.
Oh. And Raquel, looks genuinely delighted.
Ha! Whatever, let's kill this box demon or whatever.
Well, I believe Nina's got some stuff for you first, and she gestures to the Archmage, and she claps her hands together before picking up the vacuum cleaner, and she goes, "This is an item I have personally enchanted, but not had the time to test out yet. It is the Demon Vac 5000.
It's stylish. I like the color.
Where were the 4,900
Thanks.
others?
So it's a dustbuster from
Where are
hell,
the 4,900 others?
It's a joke.
Oh,
Never mind.
I'm sorry. And, Arakiel starts tearing up again.
Nina gives you a weird look.
They, quickly try to dry the tears with their sleeve. Looking very embarrassed.
Do you want a handkerchief, darling? I think I have one.
Thank you.
Here you go, and I hand her a handkerchief out of my pocket. And my McDonald's uniform pocket.
Arakiel, they take... Oh,
It's just a napkin.
it's just a McDonald's
It's just
napkin.
a napkin.
Arakiel, actually, their host is a man. Arakiel takes the McDonald's napkin, gingerly, but thankfully, and, dabs their eye with it.
Okay, so, basically, you'll need to wear the Earthbound down first and keep it still long enough to work the vacuum. It should be about 20 seconds, 10 if you're a fast draw. First, make sure you have this when you encounter the Earthbound, though, because it's not going to work if you don't have it. Pero that's just how it is.
Okay, so you have to carry this around all the time?
I mean, if you're going to go confront a demon, yeah.
Okay.
It'll be easier since we're presumably going by a car or bus or...
I have a beat-up old car we can use if we need.
The things that humans use to get around.
Why don't we just pop it in Rich Boy's trunk over there?
Yeah, I was about to say that I also have a car that we all rode in to get here.
Well, yes, I wasn't sure. You didn't speak up on if you were also in with the plan, but I assumed.
It was a very nice car.
It was a very nice car.
Thanks. It's not mine, technically. She, hefts it up onto the table, and she says, "All right. So what this thing does is it sucks up the soul of the demons. Only ones in objects, though. I made sure that you couldn't accidentally, suck up yourself.
Oh, that's genius.
Thank you. I try really hard. And
that's
it's nice to have
amazing.
my work... It's nice to have my work appreciated. Thank you.
We never had anything like that in heaven.
Okay, so it sucks up the soul and encases it inside the bin. And she knocks the side of, does a ding-ding onto the side of the vacuum. So are there any questions about this specifically?
I guess everything's pretty much taken care of. So, I'll just go where I'm told.
How long did you work on this?
For a couple of days.
Oh, that's remarkable.
The vacuum cleaner was already here, so.
Oh, yes, but I mean, it took such a long time for humans to invent pants. And you made this in a matter of days. It's amazing.
That's craft
Oh,
work.
I'm so glad to see that humans have advanced so much. Oh, sorry.
No, your craft is very impressive. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, thanks. She looks a little bit bashful when she says that. Okay, so like the first place that we're going to investigate is here in DuPont, and it seems like there's an overabundance of like animal-related deaths. Not like animals dying, but like
People dying from animal attacks.
animals. Yeah, like one or two. Normally, I wouldn't like bat my eyes at it. This is like the South. Pero there have been like many accounts, and some of these animals aren't even local to the state.
It sounds like
This,
it might
like-
be a devourer.
Yeah, I don't know, 'cause I'm not a demon, but like this coupled with like the demonic aura, kind of makes me think that there's probably some shit going on there, you know?
Well, if you'd like, I can explain the meaning behind all these terms. Devourers...
Nah, that's cool.
Oh.
Oh no, I've totally got this under control. I know exactly what a devourer is.
Yeah,
I have
clearly.
encountered a million of them.
I suppose you would have.
But seriously, what the hell is a devourer?
Oh! So, a devourer, there are 7 houses of demons, and the devourers are one of the 7. Back when I was young and I was still an angel, they were called Rabisu, and they had dominion over the living things. Honestly, I was always a little bit jealous because I always thought that their plants were so interesting and I just had dirt. But I thought that they were very, very lively, and they worked with animals and they worked with plants, and they were very interesting. And now that after the fall, they're scary.
A lot of things are scary now.
Well, they're not as terrifying as devils, but they're a force to be reckoned with, and I am very nervous about this. I'm very nervous. I'm so nervous.
I'm sure we'll be fine. It's nothing to
There's
do
like a ding sound from like the small kitchenette, and you hear
Hot pockets.
you hear you hear Doris go.
The Doris.
You hear the Doris go, "Oh, that's my pie." And she gets up and pulls out a cherry pie from the oven. You guys can have some of this if you want to before you leave. I don't mind.
We wouldn't be imposing?
No, I'm offering it to
Oh,
you. So.
Thank you.
I can't remember the last time I ate, actually. I should probably have some food.
Does this have meat in it?
Well, it's a cherry pie, so no.
All right.
It doesn't.
Oh. And it doesn't have shellfish?
No, because it's a cherry pie, and the ingredients in the pie, would you like to know?
Oh, that would be lovely, thank you.
It's cherries.
Is it
That's
just cherries? I think you have to do more
there's-
than that.
Yeah, there's a little bit more. There's some sugar involved, and there's like the pie crust, which is just made out of like flour and stuff like that. So
Humans are interesting. They make up all these odd things to do, to eat. It's just a vehicle to nourish yourself. I don't understand, but okay.
I know, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Yes, it's
Honestly,
pretty funny.
I always found it charming.
I guess it's okay. It's not as
I
fun
mean,
as music.
Humans are they're so creative. Like, they take these things that are essential to their survival and they expand on them and they make them fantastic. They could eat like a blade of grass and that would be enough, but they take it and they turn it into a cherry pie, and it's...
Nina's just like, yo, why would anybody want to eat a blade of grass? That's nasty.
Well...
I'm not gonna get used to all of you people talking like you're not humans.
Because I'm not
Sorry.
I
human.
hope you guys know that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to pretend? I'm very good at performing. If
I
that
could
makes you
try.
feel better.
I don't... I really don't.
Good, I don't either. I only really pretend to be human when I'm on stage anyway.
I've been avoiding people for the past few months.
Oh, is that why you're all dirty? Valoa does not intend this to be, like, offensive or anything. They're just stating a fact.
I've been gardening, and I don't know how to work the shower.
Oh, okay. I can show you how to work a shower next time we encounter
would you?
one. Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that difficult. They're not as difficult as they seem at first.
No, they're pretty okay once you figure out all the little knickknacks and levers and all of that.
Whenever I turn it on, the water's always just... It's very cold, and I'm always very confused because there's no river.
Yes,
And-
it's this thing called plumbing. I've studied it extensively. It's very fascinating. I could talk your ear off.
Do you
on the
remember
subject.
aqueducts?
Oh my gosh, aqueducts!
Oh, the
It's a little bit like that.
aqueducts!
They're so pretty.
Oh.
So I'm gonna nope out of the room.
How quaint! I love aqueducts.
You guys have this conversation about aqueducts over some cherry pie, and then you all start to head on out. And it is hot and a little bit muggy from the spring rainfall. The town of DuPont is a woodsy, sad little town with not much to speak of. It is easily missable if you're passing through, and blatantly ignored by most tourists. It's not that big, but when you kind of arrive, when Dorian pulls his very nice car into town, you make note of a few key places. There is the city hall, the police station. There's a couple of stores, most notably an antique store. And there's a farmer's market going on today. And there's a motel.
Heracula's just, like, looking at everything with this, like, utter delight on their face.
I imagine Valo probably has changed out of their uniform now that they remembered that that's something that people do.
Heracula is still wearing that dirty-ass sweater. That dirty-ass turtleneck, not a care in the world.
So how are we exactly gonna find this possessed kettle corn popper?
I suppose we'll have to
Huh?
ask.
Yeah, we'll have to do some, and Dorian kind of like, there's just like a slight smile that creeps on his face. Some detective work.
Oh my god.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Is that your catchphrase? I'm not familiar with your show, I'm sorry.
Yes, it is the catchphrase from my television show.
Oh, that's funny. You referenced yourself. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a reference. Yeah, it's...
Charlie shrugs and is like,
I haven't
"It is
seen very
before my
much human
time."
television.
Oh, you should watch it sometime. It's so entertaining, and they have the nicest music. I love watching those, like, shows where they have, like, the top, performers, Top of the Pops. Excellent. I love those.
I've always loved music, but I never got to be around humans much, and it's just so amazing to see all these things that they've created. Like, what is a television?
A box full of things.
Well... Yeah, it's got a lot of electrical wires and such in it, and it projects an image on the screen.
Oh, that's
using,
amazing.
like, these little tiny little lights, essentially. Yeah, it's very impressive.
Wow, you too, huh? This is all of you. All of you are doing this. I don't have, like, anyone to relate to here.
Oh,
You
This
could
is
act
astounding.
interested. Knowledge is good for you.
I'll stay quiet.
But yeah, where do you guys want to search first? He, like, parks in an empty parking lot, and he, like, gets out of the car, dusts his hands, and he goes, "Alright, where to first?"
I suppose, is there, like, a place we can get information? Like a bar? Or, like, even just a place where people gather?
I have no idea. You didn't see anything necessarily like that when you rolled into
Oh,
town.
great.
Well, in what I have already, seen in television and stuff like that, it's best to go to, like, the city hall or the library or...
Yes, can we go to the library?
Oh, I've heard of libraries.
They're so fun.
I actually wanted to stay here and look at this bush. And Erekiel, like...
Well, that's not really going to get
us.
us anywhere.
Oh.
That's not really going to get us anywhere.
Of course, you're
Yeah,
right.
the bush won't tell us where the thing is, but libraries have these fantastic people called librarians.
Yes, it was a terrible idea. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Don't worry. Shall we start with the city hall and then move on from there?
Can I roll to finally slip away from these weirdos and their whole life?
Charlie makes
library
a break for it.
Yeah, let me see.
Conversation.
How about you roll stealth and dexterity. And then I'll roll
So that's
I'll
6
roll
dice.
wow, he has an equal amount of dice.
Should we roll for perception?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys roll perception, and then, Steph, tell me what numbers you rolled.
Okay.
10, 8, 8, 7, 5, 4.
Okay, just because
I need a
this is
pencil.
the first time we're doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, this is the first
It
dice
is-
roll.
It is perception plus alertness.
Okay,
All
and
right.
how many dice do I roll?
Oh fuck, that's a
You
1,
roll,
not a 7.
how many dots do you have in perception, and how many do you have in alertness? You add those together, and that's what you roll.
Perception and alertness. Okay.
Oh, that's how many dice you roll. Oh.
Yeah, that's how come you need 10 dice.
Oh.
What if you have
Oh, that's...
nothing in either?
Well, you have at least 1 in perception.
Okay.
Do we have it in alertness or awareness? Did you say?
It is alertness.
Okay.
Awareness is like magic shit.
Okay, so I
guess
got
I'll roll one
a
then.
yeah, I rolled a 5 and an 8.
I rolled a 10, at least on the one dice that I can roll.
Okay,
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Charlie gets about, like... You've already started, like, walking down the street, and then they all notice that you have left them and just start following you.
Me?
Yeah.
Dang it. I start running.
Whoa! There she goes! She'll be back. Congratulations, you split the party!
Yay.
Yeah!
And then suddenly Lucifer comes out of the shadows and like starts strangling Charlie.
Yeah, there it is. There's the Devourer. It kills you instantly. Roll a new character.
Oh boy.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna run to the police station.